we've come to an end. The World Safety Summit 2020 virtual edition is closing out now. Danny was our last keynote speaker. We had a nice fireside with him. I'd like to call back Marta. Marta, thanks again. Velodyne produced and supported this entire event, got together your wonderful team, the hardworking behind-the-scenes crew at Velodyne, and then supported the virtual platform that seemed to work pretty well. We always have a few issues with that, but I'd love for you to have a couple closing remarks, Marta. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Charlie, and thank you for those incredible panels and speakers. I learned so much, and I think everyone learned a lot. I have a few slides I'd like to show, but I'm going to start with just a quick recap of some of the highlights from this morning, because it was impactful. The first one is it's all about trust. We want to bring the public along in this project for AV and automated driving. And how do we move the trust curve? As Kristen Coolidge said from JD Power, having a positive experience with automated systems is what we need. And we need to improve communication and standardize descriptions. In other words, it seems to me everybody has said in one way or another, we need to walk before we run. We need to demonstrate lower level automated systems such as pedestrian automated emergency braking in level 2, which is available for low cost to manufacturers, and walk before we run. Demonstrate that these lower systems in level 2 can save lives. Not focus as sharply as we have been on level 4 and 5 to begin with. Because what we want to do with level 1 and 2, it seems to me, is to build up goodwill points with consumers. We need to fill a huge bucket of goodwill and appreciation for making their roads and communities more safe, so that the public will trust that the more powerful automation, which is coming fast as well, but will take more time, and they will have trust that the newer, more powerful automation will work. With goodwill established by the level 1 and 2 automation systems, the public will be more trusting and patient when we have understandable small setbacks. In regard to safety, sorry about that. In regard to safety, let's be frank, speed matters. Speed matters, and it's impactful. Speed is kind of the elephant in the room today. The faster that you travel on a road, the more dangerous the activity is. Speaking to the inventor, David Hall, I asked him, how much more dangerous is it to be traveling at 30 miles per hour autonomously compared to 60 miles per hour? He said it is about 100 times more complex and more dangerous. 100 times more. It requires more powerful technology and 100 times more sophisticated software to be sure you are safe. As Michael Fleming from Torque mentioned, he desired even greater tech ability for the faster speed for trucking. Wisely, he decided not to pursue platooning, at least not now, because several trucks moving together autonomously at a high speed down the highway can be frankly frightening to the public. And as some of our speakers said, we have to always keep consumers and the public in mind. What will it take to gain the public trust? I believe focus on the inexpensive, low speed, safer applications. Delivery of goods, food, medical supplies, not human occupants at first. Except we saw that amazing example of Oliver with Voyage. Voyage, that he supplied autonomous mobility for seniors. And why was Oliver successful? He was successful because he went about it with a very careful approach. First of all, the cars don't drive fast within the senior communities. They don't go faster than 30 miles per hour. Most of the cars drive 15 to 25 miles per hour. The other thing about focusing on low speed is that we'll help develop this trust, like the seniors have with Oliver's cars at Voyage. Let's aim for a year from now in October, and I have to tell you, October happens to be NHTSA's official pedestrian safety month. Let's aim for next year to roll out level 2 pedestrian and bike safety for as many vehicles as we can, trucks and cars alike. To save lives, we need to start earning goodwill. It will take the ear of government legislators. We need to be able to test in the USA. We need to spread the word about pedestrian and bicycle safety systems. We need to keep America forward in our innovation by allowing for testing in designated areas. So please, legislators, help us with this. Hold companies and automakers to high safety standards and safety requirements, but please provide caps to litigation in your legislation, which is coming up. One single person can bring a lawsuit and tie up a company in years-long costly litigation and put a company out of business, ending the innovation and jobs for America. Efficient and fair settlements make sense. At Velodyne, we continue our hard work of improving technology, educating the public, and working to bring the AV community together, collaborating. We are expanding the work of the World Safety Summit for Autonomous Vehicles, creating a new nonprofit to expand it even more and drive collaborative activity. One of the things we want to do is to provide a data center with information as a clearinghouse to all of the stakeholders who are involved regarding corner cases, test reports, white papers, journals, sensor and technology data, problem-solving material, and more. You will hear more about this in the future. Next slide, please. There have been examples in the history of America where scientists and stakeholders have come together and made major changes in the world for good. In the case of the FAA, the United Airlines, Delta Airlines, all the airlines came together and decided one crash was everyone's crash. So they collaborated for the sake of the public, and the result was an incredibly safe sky. The other example is the human genome, which was a project that someone estimated would take 100 years to finish. Instead, by coming together, university labs throughout the entire world, they came together, and in 13 years they finished the entire human genome. Well, I see our project before us as something similar. We're coming together from different companies, government agencies, and interested parties to make our transportation and communities a safer place in America. And what a happy thought during this time of struggle with the pandemic, we can do something which makes America better. Thank you very much for participating. Thank you.
Hey, Marta, thank you again. Great closing comments, and thanks to everyone who not only participated but attended here today. We've got more information to send out, and that's exciting news about the safety-oriented nonprofit that Velodyne's announcing, and we'll look forward to developments of that'll be sent out to everyone who attended. We've got some follow-up for you all, and we'll look forward to putting a program together next October, next fall, as we continue on. Hopefully we'll be able to meet in person soon so we can get our hands on some of this. But till then, on behalf of the Velodyne, on behalf of the Western Automotive journalists, on behalf of everyone that spoke here today and attended, stay well. We look forward to seeing you again in person, and if not before that, next fall, when we look forward to the next World Safety Summit.